Hey, what's up guys, it's DPort here from DPort Gaming, and welcome to another Warcraft 3 commentary. And as you guys can see here, we have a game between the old timers, I guess you could say, and that's between FoV and the good old Orc King Grubby. So, yeah, I actually dug this game up from, yes, this is patch 1.20, so this game is completely ancient, but, you know, I just thought I'd do it, bring back some of the good old days. And I've been watching a lot of the old replays, and some of them, you just, no matter what you do, you can't get the right map file. But you know, I've picked out, I've gone through, you know, websites trying to find good replays that actually work from old patches, and you know, I try to get the right math. This, I forget what map this is called, but it's a different map. I think it's called, what is it called? But yeah, it's really weird. They only played it like back in the day, and I think it was a really good 1v1 map. But I already forgot what the name was. But yeah, because I've never seen it before. Yeah, what was I saying? I was saying that it is pretty difficult to find maps that actually work. Like, no matter what, you have the map the path right, but it might just be like a different downloadable version of Nullwood, let's say, and I can't find the right version of Nullwood, so I can't get the map. No matter how hard I try, I'm not going to find the right Nullwood the host used at that point. And we're going to see Grubby going for a Farseer, so that's kind of cool to see. I think back in the day, a lot of the orcs early on, they actually went Farseer. They didn't really go for the Blade Master that much, and that's going to be cool to see Grubby going for the Farseer, going to go for the Grump. And another thing I was saying, the base builds are actually kind of weird from the old days. Like now, like it's almost kind of a shock if you see this kind of build. Once again, this map is kind of weird, but like it's almost kind of a shock. Like, this build just doesn't look professional. And this is like, I don't know, I like watching the old games because like each player, they all have their own like weird base builds and stuff. It's all how they feel. But now it's like the standard build. You know, if you see a human player in the pro scene, he's gonna go for a base block. He's not gonna do anything fancy. You know, orcs are gonna put the altar here, the burrow here, the barracks here, the burrow. They're just gonna go for the standard opening. But I mean, it is kind of cool to see the old matches. Like none of the base builds were like that, like officially developed. So like nowadays, it's just like everybody does it. You know, like all the people who want to become good, you know, try to image or that makes sense, mirror basically the pros, what the pros do, and it's almost become a standard, like the base builds, how they look and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see, you know, the mix up of builds. It's almost just like they didn't even know what they're doing backhand, but they still have their skill levels, so it's kind of fun to see. But I actually have to hold down Alt this whole time because in this early patch, they didn't have the health bars always checked, so even the players had to keep pressing Alt, which kind of sucks. I mean, when I play Warcraft 3, I always have the health bars on just because I don't feel like clicking out. I know a lot of the old pros did. That's why the pros do it. Like if you see Grubby, I think he still plays. Like in his recent games, or if you ever watch him. I think I watched him on a YouTube video. Like he actually plays without. That's why a lot of the pro players played without the health bars on, because they learned at an early age that they had to press out or I'm not going to see the HP of all their units. So basically it just became a habit and they kept on doing it, and like this is weird burrow placement once again. But it looks like FoV. Alright, let's get in this game. I haven't been talking about the game at all. Enough about this background and stuff. Anyways, we do have FoV going for ghouls. He's going for the tech, and yeah, I guess you see less and less ghouls back in the day. I mean, excuse me, less and less fiends, and it's basically become the norm to go fiends. Especially against an orc player. Grubby running around here. Looks like he's be pretty aggressive. Looks like he's going to get picked off here by FoV. FoV has good map awareness, and he's not going to see it, so Grubby going for a little bit interesting creep right here. Does look like this grunt was running here, and that could lead FoV to the expansion point. Grubby creeping this expansion point with not too many units here, just 2 grunts and a Farseer, and of course the little wolves. Meanwhile, FoV running down, trying to find a creep jack of some sort or something. Maybe he's going to go for these sea turtles. That's exactly what he's going to do. Meanwhile, we are going to see the graveyard as well as another crypt. So are we going to see mass fiends, maybe gargs? That's pretty easily countered by bats, though. Finally, we have a shop going for Grubby. So Grubby this whole time didn't even bother to get a shop. That's a kind of interesting play here. FoV picks up level 2 on that Death Knight. Does have the Sentry wards and the Rotting Emergency as well. Grubby's gonna be aggressive here, but he actually, did he see the Death Knight? He probably knows the Death Knight put that Sentry Warden if he had good awareness, and he probably did because he's Grubby. But looks like FoV doesn't see Grubby anywhere in sight here, so he's gonna definitely just cancel this Bestiary if anything. And no, he's not gonna cancel the Bestiary. He's gonna go in here and cancel the shop and then maybe Bestiary. So that's probably a little bit better idea there. And Grubby just cancels them instantly. Looks like that one peasant is going to fall. Excuse me, peon. And looks like FoV's gonna back out though. Burrows seem to be in a pretty decent position here. Kind of all like it is kind of hard to get back here and surround them, but looks like Grubby's gonna be headed in here. Not gonna waste a TP. His Bestiary and his unit productions are gonna be pretty much delayed though by a lot, and his income of gold and lumber is gonna be shortened a little bit or disrupted a little bit. Meanwhile, Grubby coming in here, I think not even a level 53 farce here after these two expansion points. There's actually 3 expansion points here. I'm guessing this one's a little bit rougher. Yeah, it is a little bit harder to beat that one. Meanwhile, we do have an Acolyte down here for FoV. Maybe just doing some scouting. Looks like he's gonna go for this Goblin Lab. Yeah, these are pretty easy to take out though. I mean the Ogre Mage's camps are pretty easy to take out, and that was the 2 that Grubby took. Heck, Grubby took it without any shop, so he didn't even need to heal up his units. That was pretty good micro, keeping those units alive. Didn't even really take too much damage, just abused his Spirit Wolves. And picked up the Tauren Chieftain, standard second choice back in the day as Orc players would do. And still, probably the standard choice for against Undead, just because that Stomp is pretty nice. Well, especially against Fiends, and I still don't know why he went 2 Crypts, so I guess we're going to see maybe like Mass Fiend. Gonna pump out a lot of Fiends or something. I don't. Maybe that is weird. Why would he go for 2 Crypts and not make Gargoyles or something? Meanwhile, this one grunt is rather low. Ooh, got the level 3 farce here, so we're gonna see level 2 wolves. That one grunt may go down, is surrounded, and it does get taken down. Oh, we actually do see 2 gargoyles coming in here, and Grubby was able to take down a lot of those ghouls pretty easily in exchange for 1 grunt. And I think FoV probably lost a little bit in the little skirmish, but does pick up that nice little potion of invulnerability from that Goblin Lab camp. That's pretty nice to keep that Death Knight alive. So level 3 Death Knight, level 3 farce here. Did see Grubby choose that Chain Lightning. Nothing really, you don't really need a reveal at this point. I'm not even sure if is there a strategy for farce here using reveal in anything in 1v1? I think it's just kind of like a useless spell. I mean, late game when you have a crap ton of mana and you're level 10 farce here, but how often does that happen when you have a level 10 farce and you can just abuse your reveal, like searching for a Tree of Life hidden in like 4v4 or something? It just doesn't happen. But I guess that's the only thing it's good for. You can find like people hiding around the map. But it looks like the Lich is approaching here, and it looks like Death Knight is gonna come here. FoV's gonna try to get a creep jack. Did have a good awareness. I think it was because of the Acolyte. Did he just kill the Acolyte? I don't even know. Wasn't even paying attention. But anyways, looks like he's going to use speed score here. We're going to try to get a surround here on the Lich, and that's exactly what he's going to get probably. Frost Nova going to slow him down, and Lich looks like he's going to survive for another day. And Gargoyles, that is the plan, it looks like. More Gargoyles coming out. He is getting the Ghoul Frenzy upgrade as well. So, I'm guessing we're going to see some Bat Riders. Nope, we're just going to see standard. Ooh, actually just 2 standard, excuse me, not even standard. Yeah, the playstyle is so much different back in the day from 1.20 patch. And looks like we're just going to see some Bat Raider combination. Grubby doesn't even need to go for casters at this point. I mean, casters are pretty easy countered by destroyers once again. But looks like another little skirmish here. Grunt's going to fall down. Nice little stomp. Looks like Lich knows nicely down there by FoV, keeping that Lich alive. Looks like the first Raider's getting involved here. Really no anti-air here coming for Grubby except for Chain Lightning along with maybe some Ensnare. But really doesn't even focus those Gargoyles. Really nothing he can do. But they really don't do too much damage. Nice little surround there by FoV, getting that grunt, and FoV playing very nice. He's going to lose a ghoul, but he will definitely take the trade any day. Now he's going to go for the focus on a Raider, it looks like, and the Spirit Wolves finally go out of decay, and we finally see some first bats coming here, and the Gargoyles are going to be taken down very easily from bats. Now it looks like we're going to try to get a surround here for Grubby, and it looks like he did get it. Gonna have to pop the potion, but in exchange maybe a Raider's going to go down. There's a Frost Nova. Raider does go down, and now it looks like he's going to go for the focus on the Lich. Is there enough coil to save that Lich if need be, unless he's going to go for a nuke or something on a Raider. And snare on that Gargoyle. Looks like a Raider's going to go down. Stomp, going to go for the focus on the Lich, saves the Lich. Death Knight still needs to be careful. Does have a town portal. Looks like another Bat Rider is going to come in. 2 Bat Riders. Another Gargar is going to go down. Focus on the Farseer commences, and now it's going to force a TP by Grubby. So both players losing a lot of units. So a very entertaining battle right there. Looks like they're going to queue up, and Grubby only actually has 1 Raider left from his base. But same thing for FoV, basically. Just use his ghouls there to aid him. And those ghouls are falling rather quickly. So FoV doing a very odd look. Going for like ghouls, guards, statues, and I don't know, just going for the Death Knight and Lich. So I guess the hero stays the same as Undead, but pretty interesting to see the obscure look of things in the patch 1.20. Do have that Sentry Ward here, so FoV's going to see this, and is going to probably go down, try to disrupt some creeping of Grubby once again. And Grubby's going to be like, no, hacks, man, hacks. But yeah, pretty nice Sentry Ward. For FoV there. Looks like, oh, Grubby's already ready for this. He's already sensing that someone's coming and doesn't see any gargoyles, so the bats won't even be able to do anything. Meanwhile, it looks like Grubby did finish this. Ooh, actually got a Book of Dead, so if he is in some trouble, can just pop that. And he's going to start running here. Does get a lucky ensnare by that little trapper on a ghoul instead of one of his own units. Tried to get us around here, just stomped away. Got out of there pretty easily with the Tauren Chieftain. And meanwhile, we see the first Wind Rider getting involved. And just healing up his Raider. Looks like FoV's going to be aggressive here. Does have the Orb of Corruption on the Lich. And meanwhile, just one more Gargoyle coming in here. Looks like another skirmish coming in here, and these bats won't even be effective, but that Stomp Chain Lightning combination is very effective against those ghouls. Those ghouls just fall down instantly. It looked like he actually used the Book of the Dead too, so basically forced back FoV quite easily there. Probably if he didn't need to use it, but he just needed a little bit more tank ability to protect those heroes, and just popped it. He could have sold it for some decent amount of gold, but just felt like he wanted to push back FoV, force the TV. Meanwhile, it looks like Grubby may go for an expansion point, sending out a few peons at this point. And another Raider, and no Spirit Lodge, so that's kind of interesting to see. No Spirit Lodge. Sometimes you see that against Orcs nowadays, but it is a little bit, I guess, predictable. It's kind of easily beaten. I mean, because if you get Curse, and usually, there's a lot of Undeads that are going Curse with Banshees lately, and you basically need your Spirit Walkers or your Blade Masters are going to be missing 24/7. So, I mean, it looks like Grubby's just doing some scouting, but it's just rough as an Undead, as an Orc player. It does work, but you basically have to rely on the Undead just going Fiends and not that many Banshees. Because if he just goes a lot of Banshees, all your units are going to miss and you have nothing to dispel with. And that's the only bad thing if you go 2 Bestiaries nowadays, because Undeads would just abuse the Banshees, and they have to, because that's like basically the only way they can win. Well, not the only way. As we see Ted use Banshees, and it was pretty effective in World Cyber Games. But meanwhile, Grubby is going to be a little bit late here at the Goblin Merch. Is that the only merch on the map? Yeah, I think it is. So basically a very long walk to get those scrolls, and it looks like we do have a TP. So if you didn't have a TP, that would be bad news for FoV. And those Lich could have fallen. I think he already used the Chain Lightning though. Meanwhile, just a little bit of scouting here, coming from this peon, making sure no expansion point is going to be discovered or started to put up by FoV here. Just peons patrolling over here. 2 more Bat Riders getting involved, and it looks like he is still going for Gargoyles. So interesting to see here. FoV's not changing his strategy up. He's going for Gargoyles once again. Does have pretty decent hero levels though. Kind of needs that level 3 on that Lich though to take care of those Wind Riders. Basically, like the only anti-air, it looks like if he went Fiends, they would fall pretty quickly to Wind Riders. And if he went Gargs, they're going to fall pretty quickly to just a few Bat Riders. So FoV's in a pretty sticky situation here. Could go either way, but kind of they're both ineffective, but definitely needs to go one. And Grubby only needs to go a few Bat Riders at this point. Yeah, he's only getting about 3. And Grubby's going to be able to creep this pretty easily on his side of the map. And FoV's not even leaving his base yet, getting a Sacrificial Pit, so maybe we're going to see, I don't think he's going to go for the Boneyards. That would be too risky. So those, he could just ensnare and focus it with the Wind Riders, and Grubby's still staying T2. Poison Wind Riders would take the thing down pretty easily, but standard Wind Riders would take it down kind of easily. But setting in some skeleton minions here. Looks like they're going to die, though. And he sees Grubby's base. Didn't even change. Grubby's staying at under 50 food right now at this point. 49 food. Same with FoV. Both players staying under 50 food, just trying to get that no upkeep gold. Can't really afford to go over it because they need all the gold they can get. Looks like sending out some more dire wolves to do some scouting. And it looks like a shade coming over here, making sure Grubby's not creeping his granite golem over here. That would be a pretty gutsy call for Grubby if you run all the way over there. But it looks like everything is creeped out except for this little green camp and the granite golem over here. So meanwhile, we do have the shade coming out here. Shade's gonna come do some scouting on Grubby. So Grubby maybe gonna wait for FoV. But actually he picked up a dang, that's a pretty nice item. Gem of health for death. Wow, that Farseer is a tanky hero. And 2 more skeletons coming out. Is gonna see this peon over here. And both players just doing a little bit of camping. I mean, they took out everything, and we are gonna see a expansion point being put up here by Grubby, and that's basically to force the undead player to come out and attack. If he leaves it up, it's going to be probably GG, and FoV is in a very, very tough situation here. His army is very, it's countered very easily by Grubby's army, especially with the level 3 Torrent Chieftain as well as the level 4 Farseer, you know, that Stomp and Chain Lightning combination, as well as those bats taking on those gargoyles. So FoV's army is countered very nicely by Grubby. And looks like Grubby's going to go a little bit overkill here and pick up some scrolls, most likely. Picked up Dust of Appearance, and he's gonna use it, and wow, he got the shade. Wow, Grubby, he sensed the shade, so I guess he just used Dust of Appearance to kill the shade, and that's kind of interesting, and very nice. Maybe just felt a shade was on him, and yeah, you got the shade following. That's funny. But looks like level 3 Lich finally. And FoV's gonna have to move out because he sees the expansion point. Gonna try to keep these gargoyles alive. He's probably gonna try to. Wow, that destroyer's gonna fall. Maybe he's just forcing Grubby to use the bats on the destroyer, and then he's gonna show his gargoyles later. Because that's basically what he has to do. Like, if it doesn't show, what do you call it? Grubby actually engaged over here at the granite golem. So he is going to be, looks like this expansion point is probably going to be canceled. Grubby's going to try to run over here. Going to try to keep the air army. No, I thought he was going to try to keep him separated. But it looks like the Great Hall is going to be canceled. Grubby's going to cancel right away, and he's going to run over to his base, it looks like. Yep. He's going to try to cut FoV off, but FoV is going to be able to get out of there. Looks like Grubby actually put his his little peon inside the gold mine to escape the focus of FoV, and he's gonna spot FoV once again. 3 destroyers actually coming here, and I think that's what FoV's doing. He's gonna show Grubby that he doesn't have gargoyles until he bats the destroyers. Then he's gonna send the gargoyles in. I think that's what he's doing. And let's see if Grubby falls for it, because if he does, that could be pretty difficult for those Wind Riders. Yeah, I think he does have scrolls though, does he? No, he doesn't. So, yep, there we go. He's going to focus on those destroyers, and it looks like gargoyles are coming in. So, very nice strategy by FoV, but probably still won't be enough. Going to separate the Wind Riders a little bit, and let's see how well this undead hero combination is. It looks like these gargoyles are still chasing the Wind Riders here. Nice little stomp to get those ghouls, and it looks like Grubby's land army is winning. Let's check out the gargoyles. Gargoyles are still chasing around the Wind Riders, and now the Farseer is going to come over here and help aid here, as well as all these Orc Bros taking down these gargoyles, and it looks like the gargoyles and Wind Riders basically taking them basically cancels each other out. And it looks like the heroes of FoV have to be careful. Just use the Death Coil, and does a stun on the Death Knight. Going to take down the Raider. Going to be able to save the Lich as well. So it's going to be hero on hero. And this is a pretty entertaining game. It looks like he's going to still be going gargoyles though. So I was surprised, but pretty interesting strategy by FoV. Keep separating those gargoyles, just so Grubby would fall for the detonation of bats on the destroyers, because the destroyers are a little bit more tankier. And I think maybe that's the whole reason he got them. He just got them. He didn't get them to cancel anything. I guess he could have got them to suck up the spear wolves. But I think his whole plan was to basically sacrifice his destroyers so his gargoyles could get in there and take on those Wind Riders, which is a pretty nice strategy. And it's going to be pretty difficult for Grubby to come in here and try to put pressure on the base. And the Shade's still scouting the expansion point. So FoV knows he needs to start heading out soon. Needs to try to cancel that expansion point. If it goes to a cancel, come down to both players not having gold, I think undead players are a little bit better off. It's because Orc players have a little bit harder time getting the expansion point up and protecting it. But The undead heroes are level 5 Death Knights, so that's pretty scary. Probably a level 5 Farseer too. Yep, level 5 Farseer too. So we're gonna see some possibly level 3 Chain Lightning, or maybe possibly level 3 Spirit Wolves. He hasn't summoned them in a while though, unless he did he? I don't think he did. So gonna be interesting to see if Grubby chose the level 3 Chain Lightning. I would probably choose the level 3 Chain Lightning, just because the units he's countering are pretty easily countered by Chain Lightning. And meanwhile, it looks like Death Knight is staying well, it doesn't even really need to stay far back. I think he's just chilling out here. Is going to pick up a nice level here on this Lich. Probably going to heal up a Ghoul. Looks like Ghoul's going to fall. That kind of sucks. And going to get a nice item here on his Granite Golem. And that was actually pretty nice timing here, because if FoV didn't attack the expansion point, Grubby would have got this item, and it's another, wow, you pick up the lesser healing. But he actually picked up the nice little gem of health, which is 300 HP, and if you put another one on that Farseer would probably be invincible. Meanwhile, Grubby's sending out some more peons to join this expansion point. Bat Rider's doing a little bit of scouting, and Grubby basically needs to protect this expansion point because he needs more gold. FoV really needs to do something though. He does have a potion of mana. Nothing ready to protect the Death Knight. Now he does. That's at the town portal. And a, level 2 Spirit Wolf. So he went for the level 3 Chain Lightning as I predicted. And we do have the Shade still chilling here. And I would be, did he actually use, dang it, he used the other Dust of Appearance. So that would be funny if he used Dust of Appearance and killed that one as well. 1 PM doing the Walk of Shame. These other ones are waiting for the expansion point. I'm not sure why he's sending that one back. Maybe just a misclick or something. Meanwhile, it looks like Destroyer's getting stealing the magic of the fellow Destroyer, and it looks like FoV is ready to battle once again, sitting at no gold now. And Grubby, I'm guessing, sitting at no gold as well, or close to it, 260. That one delay of the burrow putting him a little bit lower, a little bit slower on the gold, so that's why he has a little bit more gold left than FoV. Tower getting up here. And Tower's going to be taken down probably pretty easily here. Needs to be careful. Nice little stomp there by Grubby. Bats coming in. Grubby needs to be very careful on how much, where he bats and what he bats. And wasn't able to take down any of the destroyers. So very nice there by FoV. But FoV's land units are going to be taken out pretty easily from the stomp combination Chain Lightning. And it looks like Death Knight just still sitting in here. Chain Lightning going off once again. Stomp going off once again. And this is going to be a hero battle, it looks like. Looks like he's going to be able to take down that Kodo Beast. Does take it down. Ghoul comes out very low. Another Bat Rider getting involved. That's exactly what he needed. Take down another Destroyer. And FoV looking like he's doing okay here. You can keep spawning that, what do you call it? The Rod Necromancy. I think he just used his last one. Death Knight still needs to be careful though. Nice little surround here. Actually, Grubby surrounded his own Torn Chieftain. And gonna go try to get the focus on the Torn Chieftain. Grubby's have to retreat now. Grubby's gonna get out of here, but yeah, it looks like FoV's doing all right. It looked like Grubby was doing pretty solid this whole game. Oh, never mind, 2 bats coming involved, taking down the Destroyer, and I'm surprised maybe he didn't use a coil there to possibly try to save it. Looks like Acolyte's gonna come here. Grubby's actually gonna see if he was going for a expansion point as well. Didn't see one, so he's gonna come back here and protect him. Spirit Wolf's definitely gonna help in this fight. Actually try to separate Spirit Wolf so the Destroyer couldn't eat all of the wolf. Acolyte's getting involved here, and Chain Lightning. Wow, the Chain Lightning did a lot of damage on those Acolytes. And gonna get a Frost Nova here. Level 5 Torn Chieftain is level 5, and the nuke. Ooh, didn't get the Torn Chieftain. Very close here. Grubby's gonna have to run away. Gonna maybe even try to get a block here. And the Death Knight, no, Torn Chieftain. Torn Chieftain does go down. So FoV playing pretty strong here. Grubby's gonna have to try to take down this Death Knight. And no, looks like Farseer is going down. A few more hits would do it. Doesn't have enough gold. Ooh, Trooper Raider's getting here. Gonna save that Farseer for another day. Grubby is still getting gold though, unlike FoV. So if Grubby is able to keep this up, I guess it's gonna be a little bit too late. FoV's gonna come back in here unless you can get some crazy focus on the Death Knight. But Death Knight does still have that Town Portal, and without that Torn Chieftain, it's gonna be pretty difficult for Grubby. Wow, pretty nice little fight at then. And now FoV's going to be able to pick off a lot of these peons at the expansion point. Nothing really too much Grubby can do. This is going to just get nuked here. Did help though on that Lich. Did have the gem of health. If he didn't pick that up before, it would have been rough. Now we have the level 3 nuke coming for Lich. And Grubby's going to chill over here. Actually dropping his gem of health just to get a little bit more HP. I'm not sure if that actually works because I think it's just the same thing. I'm not really too sure. I know Demon Hunter, like if you pick up, circlets, you want to drop that before you pick up Moon Mode, Moon Juice. but I'm not even really sure if it really matters with the regeneration. Maybe someone can leave a comment or something. But anyways, yep, took down all the peons, and now it looks like he's gonna go for the focus on the Farseer and end this game most likely. Destroyer coming in here, and it looks like probably all the peasants are already sitting in the back of the burrow. Maybe if he can get some nice little focus. Ooh, could get the Torn Chieftain back. He has enough gold. He got the Torn Chieftain back. Needs to keep that up to basically, it's going to be another minute or two to get that out, and probably will focus down time. That's why Grubby's trying to get in here. Trying to force his Death Knight back, do anything possible to get this Torn Chieftain out. Hey, if you could get the Torn Chieftain out, I'm gonna focus on the Death Knight or something, because that Farseer is pretty tanky. He's gonna take down those raiders pretty easily though. Level 6 Death Knight, probably not even gonna get it though. He might even got conversion maybe. I'm not even sure if that's the right thing, but I mean, you know, just sacrifice a destroyer really quick if he needs to just keep that Death Knight alive. But no, probably didn't. It was probably unholy. No, it's at level 2, so I'm guessing he might have got animate dead. Torn Chieftain's out, so this could be a game changer, because Grubby still has that expansion point up and FoV doesn't, so that could be a crazy win for Grubby if he's able to take this down. Trying to get a nice stomp here, and then possibly a Chain Lightning combination to finish off this Torn Chieftain, and FoV knows this, so he's just running around with Torn Chieftain. Is going to use a speed score here, going for the focus on the Death Knight. Death Knight's a little bit too fast though, and no, Death Knight ran back and trying to get a stomp here. Lich just doing as much damage as he can on Torn Chieftain. Could get a nuke as well. Doesn't have enough lumber, excuse me, why did I say lumber? Mana, and trying to get some mana from that statue, and now stomp, there it goes. Grubby's Farseer is far away though, and looks like we could get a nuke here. Conversion on the Shade, there's the nuke, does take down Torn Chieftain, and the Farseer, I'm not sure where the Farseer went, but wow, yeah, Torn Chieftain goes down, and FoV looks like he's gonna win this game. Chain Lightning going there. Grubby's gonna stay here in this fight. Gonna try to go after that Death Knight, but no, it looks like Farseer's gonna be has some runaway to survive once again. And Lich just chilling in here, doing as much damage as he can. Yep, using some Devour Eating, and it looks like that Farseer has no more healing, and it looks like probably we're going to have FoV just chase it, and Grubby calls GG. So yeah, pretty entertaining game from patch 1.20. Hope you guys enjoyed a game from the past, and I have a few more of them, so stay tuned, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.